Today we are getting to create painted papers. We're using paint. The paint is out on your tables, and we're going to be using these paint scrapers. They're so cool, and look at all of them I have to choose from. They're all different. You're welcome to share these with your friends. Once you use it, you can pass it along to your friends. There's even, look at this, combs. Very cool. This is going to be on the supply table. Also on your tables are paper. What you're going to need then, you're going to need a paint scraper, and you're going to need a Papa Bear brush. Remember, that's our big brush. So for this, you are going to dip your paint brush in the paint. Now, this is important. Do you see this metal part on the brush? Yeah. You do not want to get any paint on that. That means you're getting too messy if paint's on that. You just want to keep the paint over here. Then, now speaking of messy, today our tables might get messy. That's okay. You are going to dip in the paint. You're going to paint, because I want to get the edges of my paper. Do you notice also how I'm using my paintbrush? Look how I'm holding it, like a pencil. And I'm using that paintbrush and I'm going back and forth from left to right. So let me quickly paint this whole paper. Then comes the magic. You know, being an artist is a lot like being a magician. Did you notice how I'm getting those edges? Yeah. Okay, so let me show you. And I'm painting.
What the?
Now, is Mrs. Kearns finished?
No.
No way, Jose. Look at this. I got to get all this down here. All right, Mrs. Kearns, get this down here. If I get a little on the table, no problem. But I'll tell you, I don't want this. You might get a little bit on your hands, but I don't want your hands in this paint today, because watch this. We are using tools. We're learning how to use these tools. Now that my paper is all covered, wait till you see the magic. You're going to pick up your paint scraper, and are you ready? Hold on to your paper. Start up at the top and watch this. Just watch this. Look at this. Do you see the magic? What's it doing? Look at this. Oh, and do you see how I was kind of wiggling it? I can wiggle it this way. I can wiggle it that way. Look at that. Do you just love this? Now, when you're finished, put your paint scraper aside. You're going to carry this to the drying rack, remember, with 2 hands. Then, now you might notice, do you see how, I don't know if you can tell, but I got paint on my table. You are going to get a sponge. Make sure you wash that sponge out with all the water out of the sponge, and then you're going to wipe that up. Also, you are going to have to wash this paintbrush out thoroughly and the paint scraper. Put them both back where you found them. Okay. Have such a fun time creating your painted paper.